What's up, people? Welcome back to the channel. This is Football Insights. Make sure you click on the subscribe button, press the post notification bell, follow us on our social media platform on IG, on TikTok, on Facebook, and then on X. The links are in the description. The graphics are also flowing. I'm sorry that this video is coming late. Of course, it is definitely going to be posted late. I'm sorry. I had problems, so I'm sorry. But then, forgive me. But this is your Champions League review. Champions League Tuesday and then Wednesday review. A lot of things happen. We will talk about it here. So make sure you click on the subscribe button, press the post notification bell. Let's get straight into the video. So we are starting with the Tuesday game, PSG versus Dortmund at the Parc des Princes, ici Paris Saint-Germain versus BVB Dortmund, the Yellow Black Boys, BVB Dortmund. The game ended 1-0 against PSG. Can you imagine? 1-0 against PSG. Dortmund are in the Champions League final for the first time since 2013. Champions League final. Dortmund, big congratulations to them. I didn't expect them to be in the Champions League final as at this age, even though their path was not strong, or the competition there was not strong as compared to Real Madrid. But then Dortmund, they have really worked. These guys have really worked. But the game ended 1-0. Matt Hummels scored a very fine header for Dortmund. So Dortmund are in the Champions League final. Matt Hummels won the man of the match. He won the man of the match in the first leg and won the man of the match in the second leg. It tells you what this guy has done. What a player, Matt Hummels. In my opinion, I feel he should win the UEFA Best Player of the Year or the Champions League Best Player, Tournament Best Player. In my opinion, I feel he should win it because the football Matt Hummels has played for Dortmund in the Champions League, crazy, bro, crazy. He and Marco Reus are the only players left in their 2013 finalist or their 2013 team. They went to the Champions League final in 2013 at the same place, Wembley. Marco Reus was there. Matt Hummels also was there. So these two players are the only players left in the team. What a team! What a play! These guys play. They are very solid defensively. Everywhere they are compact. What I like about this team is that they are disciplined everywhere they go, even in the forward, in the middle, and at the back. Can you imagine, Karim Adeyemi coming back, drawing back to come and, help Ian Maxson? Very disciplined. Very disciplined in every department of the game. Dortmund, what a disciplined team. What a disciplined team. There are some players I have to pick them up. Ian Maxson from Chelsea to Dortmund. He didn't have that chance, but then he went to Dortmund playing his left back role, doing massively well. What a player, Ian Maxson. It saddens my heart that his release clause is 41 million euros. I will sell Ian Maxson for around 55-60 million euros, but then his release clause is 41 million euros for Ian Maxson. The money will be coming to Chelsea. So big shout out to Ian Maxson. Sancho versus Ten Hag. Sancho is in the Champions League final. Very good player. Very instrumental, very key in this particular campaign for Dortmund. Stottenberg, what a player. He is a defender, 24-year-old Stottenberg. This guy, Stottenberg. Big shout outs to this guy. What a player, bro. Stottenberg. So Stottenberg, shout outs to you, and then education, bro. Massive shout outs to you, man. You are solid in terms of your tactics, defensive shape, method, attack, everywhere. You are solid, But then let's check out some quick stats about the first leg and then the second leg. I feel PSG were so to speak unlucky in their first leg and then their second leg. XG here, expected goals, we have 5.3 for PSG in both the first leg. So expected goals, they were expected to score 5 goals. And then when you have Dortmund 2.52, so it means that Dortmund were expected to score 2 goals, and then they have, of course, they have lived up to the expected goals. That is the XG. Total shot PSG played 44 total shots, 30 for BVB Dortmund. They hit the woodwork six times. They hit the woodwork 6 times. Can you imagine? And that is why it is giving me the impression that they were unlucky. Six woodworks. Dortmund hit 0. So Dortmund were very, very lucky. They were very, very, very lucky with the woodwork. And then the big chances, they had 9 big chances. Dortmund had 5 big chances. Utilized 2 of them, 2 of the 5 big chances. So Dortmund were clinical. They were lucky in the game, but then they lived up to the expectation. They showed the reason why they must qualify for this particular Champions League final. And then the accurate passes are 1-1-1-7, and then Dortmund are also 5-8-8. So Dortmund were purposeful in their play. They were very, very, really, really, really purposeful in their play. And in this particular game, I don't want to be that guy who will come here and tell you PSG underrated Dortmund. No, I'm not that guy, because going into the first leg, you lost it at the Signal Iduna Park. There is no way you are going to underrate a team that scored you in the first leg of the Champions League. No. So I felt that Lucho or Luis Enrique, he set up his shape very, very well, because he played striker. And then Gonzalo Ramos, if I have my way, because the deal was on loan and then obligation to buy. If I have my way, I will not sign Gonzalo Ramos for PSG. He is not live up to expectation. Gonzalo Ramos, he is not live up to expectation. Fabian Ruiz is also another player. He is not live up to expectation. If you ask me, I think PSG should challenge for Bernardo Silva next season or next summer. They should challenge for Bernardo Silva, because you have Vitinha, very top guy, very top player, Vitinha in their middle. You have Zaire Emery in their middle. If you add Bernardo Silva, complete. So I think they should challenge for Bernardo Silva. 50 million pounds is not anything for PSG. They should challenge for Bernardo Silva. He can play as a midfielder, he can play as a DM, he can play as a right winger. They should challenge Bernardo Silva. They should challenge the Bernardo Silva move. I think Barcelona will target the situation, but then PSG should also target the situation. But then PSG are out of the Champions League semi-final. Dortmund, Wembley, London 2024. Big shout out to Dortmund. I think they deserve it. I think they live up to expectation. But Mbappe, what is next for Mbappe? He was asked that, are you going to announce your move to Real Madrid? He walked over. He walked out of the that interview scene, and rightfully so, because I cannot lose a Champions League semi-final. You are asking me about my future move. It is a disrespect. So he walked over. But Luis Enrique, I think it is a successful season. You have done well. You are in a course to win the domestic treble. So you have done well. If you have won the Champions League, it would have been a quadruple. So Luis Enrique, big shout outs to you. I believe in you. Continue. Improve your squad. I think you can do something. So big shout out to Luis Enrique. Let's move to the Real Madrid versus Bayern Munich game. A very controversial game, a very, very good game. This is the Champions League semi-final. This is what we call a Champions League semi-final. But then before we talk, can we talk about Carlo Ancelotti? Carlo Ancelotti, in my opinion, I think he is the best manager. People would say, Pep Guardiola, Jose Mourinho, but I think when you look at the situation, this man is the best coach of our generation. And then, of course, the achievement, everything is there. So you can see clearly everything is there. You see, he is the best coach this generation has seen. And then starting from 1998, you saw he went to the Champions League semi-final with Juventus, winner 2002-2003 with AC Milan, quarter-final with AC Milan, final in the 2004 with AC Milan. He went to the semi-final 2005 with AC Milan, winner 2006 with AC Milan, quarter-final 2010 with Chelsea, and then he went to the quarter-final 2012 with PSG, winner 2013 with Real Madrid, quarter-final 2016 with Bayern Munich, winner with Real Madrid 2021, semi-final 2022 with Real Madrid, and then final with Real Madrid 2023. this generation or this decades or this century, this man has lived up to expectation. What I like about him is his adaptation. This man is an old man, 60 something years. He is the old type of coach, but he has been able to adapt to the current situation, and then he is doing really, really well for his team. Doing really massively well for his team. So if you ask me, in my opinion, Carlo Ancelotti is the best coach in this particular generation, in our generation. The best coach in our generation. He has done really, really, really well. Big shout outs to him. I will not take anything away from Carlo Ancelotti. But let's move into the game. What actually happened in the game? Vinicius Jr., bro. Vinicius Jr. Massive shout outs to Vinicius Jr. Vinicius Jr. has made a clear case for himself for the Ballon d'Or 2024. Very, very, very strong case for Vinicius Jr. Man of the match in the first leg, man of the match in the second leg, Champions League semi-final. He has made a strong case for himself in the Ballon d'Or. If he is able to perform in the Copa America, I think he can win the Ballon d'Or. So it depends. It depends, you know. Copa America coming up in the summer, Euros coming up in the summer. So we'll see what happens, you know. But Real Madrid won by 2-1 against Bayern Munich. Joselu scoring last minute 2 goals for Real Madrid. And then, you know, Alphonso Davies scoring the only goal for Bayern Munich. Alphonso Davies, what a player. I was watching this game. I told one of my friends, take the ball to the top. That is where the threat is. Because Sani is not serious. So take the ball to the top. That is where the threat is. When the ball went to the top, you could see there is a threat with Alphonso Davies than Leroy Sani. So Alphonso Davies doing really, really, really well. His contract situation with Bayern Munich is still shaky. We will see whether he will go to Real Madrid or not. But then Alphonso Davies scoring the only goal. When Bayern Munich scored the goal, people, especially the Barcelona fans, were celebrating. I was like, bro, calm down. I know what these people can do. Because I am a Chelsea fan, I know what these people did to us last 2 seasons. In the Santiago Bernabeu, I know what we won the game, but we couldn't qualify. Last minute goal, Rodrigo, and then, you know, everything was just taken away from us. So I know what these people can do. So calm down. No, but these guys were celebrating. Barcelona fans, they were celebrating. I don't know why they were celebrating. But then, you know, Real Madrid, very, 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 very strong team. Strong in terms of comeback. Very top. You know, it seems like they use something out of football to play the football. But I don't believe in those things, you know. I'm not that guy who come here and then tell you. But of course, I will not, you know, argue with you if you say there is something in football. Yes, but I don't believe in that. That is what I'm saying. I don't believe in that. But then I won't argue with you when you say there is something in football. I just personally don't believe in that. But then, you know, Real Madrid played really, really, really well. Vinicius Jr. taking the game to Joshua Kimmich. He made Joshua Kimmich suffered. Joshua Kimmich really, really, really suffered in this particular game. But then Bayern Munich, Thomas Tuchel, that is what he could have done, bro. Thomas Tuchel has done everything for Bayern Munich. He has done everything. The season is not going on well, but then if there is a coach who can get you a win in the Santiago Bernabeu, it is, you know, Thomas Tuchel. He has done it before. He did everything in his position to win the game. People might argue whether the Hurricane change was not appropriate, but then look at the time. Hurricane was not, you know, the energy was not there again. The energy, so he complained. Thomas Tuchel took him and then bring in a defender. As at that time, 70-something minutes. 70-something minutes. They were supposed to defend. Bro, trust me, they were supposed to defend. Because it is a Champions League semi-final. So I will not fault Thomas Tuchel for that particular change. But then there is one issue that happened right at the end of the game. Right at the end of the game. Let me tell you, the Joselu goal was, you know, almost an offside. But then they checked and then it wasn't an offside. I don't know whether they checked the VAR, because when you look at this angle, it looks like Rudiger is in an offside position, but then they didn't check the VAR, or they didn't check the offside from that angle. They checked the offside from the angle where Rudiger was crossing the ball. But then the most controversial decision what that someone took, that the referee took, was this particular situation. Look at the situation very well. As soon as the ball was played, The lineman raised the flag, and then the referee here whistled. The rule says that the game is supposed to flow for some time, and that is why if you can testify with me, if there is a game playing or you are playing a game, and then even if you are offside, the lineman allows you to play the game for some time, and then he will raise the flag. So people, that is the rule. That is the rule. But people don't understand, but that is the rule. So allow the football or allow the game to flow for some time. Raise your flag up for an offside. But Simon and then his lineman didn't allow the game to flow. But if you look at this particular situation, it looks like Rudiger's arm is playing Mazwari and then Matthias De Ligt onside. Being depicted here, some Real Madrid fans might argue as soon as the whistle go or as soon as the whistle went, the Real Madrid players stopped, playing. But then as soon as the whistle go, Felau Mendy challenged for the ball, and then there is Toni Kroos, or I think Toni Kroos or Joselu, one of them here also challenged for the ball again with Thomas Müller down here. So you cannot tell me they stopped playing because Felau Mendy challenged for the ball. Rudiger was even in course to challenge for the ball, and a player challenged Müller for the ball again. So allow the game to flow. In my opinion, I think it was a mistake from the referee side, from the linesman side. It was a mistake from their side, and then you cannot do this mistake. According to Matthias De Ligt, the lineman told him he is sorry. Bro, are you serious? Sorry at this stage, Champions League semi-final. You are telling me you are sorry, bro? At this stage, with all these technologies, and you are telling me I'm sorry. This is what Matthias De Ligt told being sports, being journalist. He said, the linesman told me sorry, I made a mistake, and then he's not gonna take that sorry for anything. Ain't gonna buy anything for that sorry. Do you think I'm going to buy something for the sorry? No. At this age, you are telling me sorry for this huge mistake, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. And then this was Thomas Tuchel's also, and this is what Thomas Tuchel also said about the decision on the offside case. It was a disaster, an absolute disaster. It is clear violation of the rules. The clear rule is that the scene must continue. The first mistake was made by the linesman, the second by the referee. Allow the game to flow. Allow the game to flow. If you made a mistake on your side in terms of the Bayern Munich situation, and then you didn't make a mistake on the Real Madrid side, it is giving me the impression that you want to rob Bayern Munich. And then rightfully so, because if you make this big mistake, you are robbing Bayern Munich. You are robbing Bayern Munich. And then this man is a very top referee, a World Cup final. So it doesn't, I don't know. I can't simply understand. Bro, he is taking everything away from him. He did really well in the semi-final. Didn't take any silly diving and all of that. But then this particular mistake took everything away from the game, took everything away from him as a referee. But ladies and gentlemen, Real Madrid are in the Champions League final. The Champions League final, Vinicius Jr. of course won the man of the match, player of the week Vinicius, and then Matt Hummels. So Real Madrid will play in the Champions League final in London 2024. Let's see what happens. I will give you a review on that, so keep your eyes peeled for that. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been your Champions League review. Make sure you click on the subscribe button, press the post notification bell. I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for your time. Take care of yourselves, and peace.